What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Kind of wanted to do just a little bit kind of different type of video. Usually this would be reserved for my weekend ramble, but I kind of wanted to go back through an old topic that I did back in April of 2017. At least that's what it says right here in my computer. I wanted to do the frequently asked beer questions again. And this has been going back through 18 months back, where a person called Tasting Nitch put out a video to the rest of us beer tubers, and she gave us 9 questions to answer. Things that go along with the beer community, who our favorite beer tuber was, all that sort of stuff. So I want to go back through the 9 questions, having 18 months from the point that I did the last video till now under my belt. Have much more beers under my belt too, to kind of see about some of the questions that she had asked. Now down below I have the previous FABQ questions that I did before. I have her the initial video that she had done, and also if you guys are interested in following her and whatnot, I have all her social media platforms and her website down below here in the description area, so you guys know about how to get a hold of her, or if you guys want to follow her on Instagram, Twitter. The Facebook link didn't work. I don't know what's going on with the Facebook link, but I think she does have a Facebook page. Probably I just don't have the rights to view that. But all that information is down below in the description area for you guys. So I really hope you guys kind of watch her, whatnot. I see she's kind of coming back up doing videos again. The last one was about 3 weeks ago, but I'm sure she's been busy doing other stuff with her job. I don't know what her actual job title is, but that's kind of irrelevant right now. But being that she was a part of the beer community, now she's gone, and now she's kind of coming back. I hope she's doing well, and I hope she, number one, I hope she comes back, but that's up to her decision. But I hope she is actually really doing well in what her endeavor and what her passion is about. So if Tasting Nitch, if she's actually watching this video, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you succeed, okay? Let's go ahead and get right into the video, guys, instead of kind of sitting here jibber-jabbering. All right, one of the first questions that says, how did I get into beer and why beer? I've always had, I don't want to say I've necessarily had a passion for beer, but to me, I've always liked beer. It's kind of always taken a preference over wine and spirits. Spirits to me and wine, just the wine is maybe just too sweet to my taste. It's either too sweet or too dry. I can never find a happy medium there. And with spirits, the alcohol level is just too high for me. It usually gets me up and way over the top, way too quick. Just the high alcohol content in spirits is just too much for me. That's why I kind of stick to beer. And kind of how did I get into beer? And doing the YouTube videos, I kind of guess is what it boils down to. I think that's probably one of the questions here. But I seen other beer tubers do it, and I kind of sat down, watched a couple people, said, hey, I think I could do that too. And so that's why I made, and it's kind of a sports channel here too, the Eric, a Lions fan channel. It's kind of beer and sports related, so you guys don't get lulled into a big time lapse where I'm not doing any videos or anything. And you kind of figuring, hey, where's Eric been the last week, 2-3 weeks? So that's kind of why I push those beer videos in there, so there's not kind of a lull and all that sort of stuff. What's my favorite beer? I don't think I really have a favorite beer, to be honest. One of the top ones that come to mind is the Bourbon County Stout from Goose Island. Now, I know even though people have an issue with Anheuser-Busch buying them out, I think they still, that beer is the number one beer for me. It's nothing's been able to topple that. Now, one that's came close is Epic Brewing's Big Bag Baptist. That's also another very, very good beer. But there's a lot of good beers out there. But the Bourbon Counties probably have to be my favorite. Now, I haven't had any variants of it. I haven't had the barley wine. I haven't had any of the coffee variants. Because more or less, I don't think we can get them here in Michigan. I think it's probably to the tap room and maybe a brewery only kind of thing. But I haven't had any of the variants. So, but yeah, the Bourbon County is the top for me. If I could have one beer, what would it be? Now, you guys know that I'm an American Adjunct Lager fan. Your Bud, Miller, Coors style, those kind of styles of beer. So if the beer community were to just kind of, or not the beer community and craft beer in general were to kind of crumble and fall and they never made it again and only the macros were left, you would probably see me drinking Miller products. And probably, I've been drinking Miller High Life lately. So that's kind of one of the beers that's my consistent beer. Between Miller Lite and Miller High Life, those are my probably 2 consistent beers that I usually have in my fridge. Sometimes I'll waver over to Coors. The Coors Banquet and the Coors Light, but I usually come back to Miller products all the time. So it would probably be High Life. right now for the one beer that I would have. Number 4 says, how can I drink so much and stay healthy? Now, you guys know that I've always had issues with my weight, and I'm sure the beer is partaking into that. To me, just staying healthy is just to listen to your body. Listen to your body. If you've had 1 or 2 drinks and you kind of feel like you can't, you're starting to get tipsy, don't drink anymore. Or if you think you can have more, but just listen to your body. Eat healthy, exercise, do all that sort of stuff, and you'll be okay. So to me, you just got to listen to your body at this point, for number 4. Number 5 says, am I an alkie? I guess that was kind of something that was brought up many, many times about people that do these beer videos and whatnot, that say, hey, are you an alcoholic? I don't think I am an alcoholic. I just like to do beers. Try different types of beers, put them up here on YouTube, and see if you guys might want to try the beers yourself. Now, I'll actually go out to any breweries and do anything like that, but I just like to try different beers, see what I like, see what I don't like, and the stuff that I don't like, I'm probably not going to buy that style anymore. Like for me, sour beers. I've tried sour beers before. I just can't get past the sourness on those. You probably see very, very few, if any, more sour beers on this channel. That's the style that I just don't like anymore. Or I tried and I don't like. Probably another one would be, I don't want to say lambics, because lambics to me are kind of into that sour kind of style, but to me, amber ales. Amber ales are really hard for me to try, and it's starting to get into the Oktoberfest here too. They're kind of bland. They kind of don't really bring much to the table anymore. So those beers are probably not going to be on this channel either. Do I brew? I don't brew. I tried brewing once, and it ended up as a disaster. I'm sure you guys know the previous video where I talk about me doing the Mr. Beer kit and putting too many carbonation pellets in there, and probably didn't follow directions either, and it ended up opening up and it just sprayed everywhere in my kitchen area. I'm still finding it to this day where little pecks of the beer have been putting on there, and I've been trying my best to clean it off. So it's everywhere in that kitchen. I'm sure I probably haven't gotten it all yet. What is my favorite ingredient? I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite ingredient. I'll just put it to this way. I like malt-forwarded beers, so whatever's into the beer that makes it a maltier style of beer, that's probably the favorite ingredient. I usually like roasted malts because they usually have a lot of flavor. If they roast them, they usually give a coffee or a chocolate component off of it, if it's just that and that alone. I do like some hoppy beers. It has to be balanced to be a hoppy beer. I don't like extremely hoppy beers where it's very, very bitter. I don't like that. New England IPAs come to mind as a beer that I kind of enjoy, even though I don't necessarily seek them out. But that's another beer style that I enjoy. What was my first beer? I think my very first beer to me, I think it's everybody's. I think it was Bud Light was first. And that was being a young kid, probably back in my teenage years, going to parties. Even though I wasn't necessarily a big partier and a big drinker back then, some of my friends were. But I maybe had 1 or 2 Bud Lights, call it good, and watch everybody else get stupid. But then as I evolved into my beer drinking, it's usually pretty much been Miller products. And like I said back in the earlier part of the video, it's usually been Miller products that have had me go back to that brewery or that kind of the company all the time. It's just the way it falls here. And number 9 says, who in the beer world do I look up to? Oh, goodness. Who in the beer world do I look up to? There's many of them, guys. There's many. Rod J. Beer Ventures. There's the Beer Patrol, which he just recently came on. I like Dean's Beer Reviews. I just got done watching him. I like DJ's Brew Reviews, Darwin's Beer Reviews, Massive Beer Reviews, Beer Geek Nation. Oh, geez. There's just a ton of them. Jerry Fort, the Beer Review guy. Kentucky Brew Reviews. There's a whole bunch of people out there. I don't want to necessarily say I look up to, but I kind of like watching their videos, and I may take a component of theirs and kind of bring it into my video. I don't want to be a copycat or anything, but imitation is the flattery. But I kind of take some of their style of their videos, and I try to bring it to mine. That's more or less kind of what it boils down to. I hope you guys kind of like my revisit of the FABQ, the frequently asked beer questions. I know I don't necessarily do well with this style of asking questions or someone asking me questions and bringing it back, because I feel like I don't necessarily answer the questions that well, or maybe I'm trying to maybe make too much of the question or something like that. I just kind of feel like I don't answer the questions all that well. But I kind of don't want to do this revisit. I talked to a couple people. They go, yeah, maybe that might, that would maybe a good video to watch. So I figured I would put this video out for you guys. If you guys want to go ahead and do it, feel free to do it. Kind of revisit this. Maybe some of the questions your answers have changed on. I'm not going to say let's restart this thing and going back out and redoing all this, but I kind of figured it would be a little bit fun to maybe put some a little bit different content here on the channel. Instead of just having a beer out here, me talking about the beer or doing my weekend rambles or doing the sports stuff, do an actual beer thing where a beer tuber or a previous beer tuber has asked questions, and for the rest of the community to answer her back and to kind of see how it all came out. So, guys, let me know if you guys like this type of content. Hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you hit that bell notification so you get more videos just like this one. All right, guys, it's a crappy day out here in Michigan on the 28th. It's raining out. It's starting to turn fall. We're going to get snow here pretty quick. I got to get stuff done and get the house and some other stuff winterized. So, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this video and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.